Hey guys, it's Brad from Team Crimson here. We're bringing you a Battle Sisters deck profile, and I'll go ahead and just let him introduce himself to start.
Greetings and salutations, world of Vanguard. Checking this out right now. My name is Stephen Coy, aka Eye to Eye Royalty. Gonna bring you guys a little bit of a profile on this here deck. So I'll get in here with our starter. Battle Sister Kip Furl. In Soul +3, really good for building big columns. Obviously, a good starter. Waffle's another good choice, but that's what I run here. Grade 3s. Running for Florentine. Obviously the optimal starter here, or optimal grade 3. There's no possible way you want to misride. Deck draws enough where you really don't need anything else than that. So running for that here. Grade 2 lineup is actually a little sporadic. We run a lot of grade 2s. So 4 Kakate, 4 Sable, 3 2K, 3 10Ks, 3 Macaron. Just gave you guys a breakdown. On hit draw, obviously really necessary. Optimal ride if you're not doing for a 10K, which you play for the mirror match only. Sable, obviously, new card came out. Gets you to draw power, replace itself, very good. And 12K for additional pressure on board. Really allows you to play the grade 2 game for as long as needed to kind of supplement for not having as many grade 3s as conventionally expected. On to the grade 1s. Playing 4 stride enablers and 4 sentinels, pretty straightforward. Thank goodness they give us that. I'm so glad we have that now. Our own stride enabler. That is so good. Oh, man. We also play 4 Taffy. This is very early game based. I really want to make sure that I'm getting my opponent to 3 to 4 damage before they're hitting stride. So every single card in my deck, including this, is an attacker that reaches past 9K to hit Vanguard as hard as possible, especially with boost. So playing 7 of these total, very good right now. Would play this up more than that because of resist, but seeing it at 3 right now seems to be working out very well for me. So we'll hold it at that. Onto the triggers. We're running 12 crit. Straightforward, very straightforward. And then we're running 4 heal.
Me all the time.
12 crit. You know, I honestly feel like in Oracle Think Tank that it's always been the standard to run 12 crit, but even now more so than ever. If you're going to be checking the top card of your deck, which this deck does very often with Florentine and other cards, if you're going to get a trigger, better have it be something that can alter the damage on board. So I agree that 12 crit is pretty optimal here. Going on to the G zone, we obviously run the 4 stolen. So good. Can be playable as a first try for a Vanguard for getting a full board. Works very well in tandem with the stride by both giving 3K at GB3, making it very good when your opponent is sitting on a low hand. Obviously, what's making Battle Sisters very strong right now is this in conjunction with the next stride, which is the ever-present and very OP Ichikishima. Show that off right here. Good Lord. When they said that, when Bushi was like, we're going to give OTC support, they gave him a chokehold and said, yo, is this what you wanted? Good God. Opponent's got a big hand, stride into this, shut down all the grade 0s and heal triggers. They got a small hand, you stride into that, make your columns extremely huge. This starter in Florentine is ridiculous, and then you can stack your deck Vanguard style. It's absolutely stupid what this deck can do. Early damage, so this deck's pushing early damage as much as board, getting as much advantage with on hits and pressure. Then you stride into your finishers, first and second stride. Really try to take care of the game. But we have backups as well. I like to go Maror. First stride if I'm not really looking to use my stolen, especially if I'm playing against a deck that hungers for counterblast, or a deck that I have not been hitting a lot during the game. This is particularly good a first strike because it makes everything on hits. So if they're sitting at 2 or 3 damage and they're blocking very well, or I need to be hitting rear guards more, drop this on board. Everything's on hit now. Do something about it. Obviously a failsafe. Honestly speaking, I more or less use this as fodder for Ichikishima. But I have gone into this a couple times. I've literally dumped my entire hand, counterblasted 2, and then drew 5, and then set on Oracle +5 crit. So I feel like it's kind of a staple one of in almost every Oracle Think Tank deck. So you're seeing it as one of here as well. And then the GB8 steals so many games. Good Lord. If for any possible reason, like Ichikishima's push you to GBA so quickly that it makes it so you have 3 possible finishers with the first 2 stolen Ichi, and then you have Amaterasu as well, which is so much more. We underestimated this card so heavily. One of this more than it just being the GBA of the deck. Onto G guards, I actually just played 4. Since we got Bavois, I don't see a reason for us to play the Flipper in this deck. Not because it's a battle system or anything, but because this does what the Flipper does and gives you a +5 bonus. So Counter Blast, you draw a card, which is essentially what the Flipper does as well, and then you flip the top card of your deck, which and if it's a grade 1, you get a +5 shield. So thank goodness we finally have something that allows you to get a card, or replace the heal trigger you pitched for another card and still get a bonus in shield. I don't know what took them so long to make that. That's crazy. 2 Amaterasu is pretty standard, and then the Ichibi for if we don't have 4 cards in hand. Pretty straightforward as well. So that's it, man. Battle Sisters can be pretty straightforward, pretty linear, very hard to play against for the amount of pressure you have. So, but that'll do for the profile.
All right, thanks, man. This is Team Crimson signing off, and please just like and subscribe, and we'll be back at you with some more content.